All right, guys, so I know that almost everything around me is usually Nintendo. I'm always talking about Nintendo Switch, but today I want to talk about another console that is one of my favorite consoles, and that is the original Xbox. I feel like the original Xbox just doesn't get enough love, and I want to tell you guys reasons why I think that you should collect for the original Xbox in 2018. So let's get right into it. Bow! Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to all of my subscribers. Thank you so much to everybody who has been showing support to the channel. I can't thank you guys enough. It is absolutely incredible. Anybody that's seen me on the Spawncast or maybe came through from the Review Tech USA, shout out. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to check out this small channel. You guys really mean a lot to me, so I just want to tell you I appreciate it. So let's get to talking about this guy right here, this big, heavy hunk of plastic. Now, when the original Xbox came out, I was so impressed by the graphic capabilities. At the time, it was like one of the most powerful consoles out there, if not the most powerful console, right up there with PS2 and GameCube. And honestly, the first game that I ever played on the original Xbox was Blink's the Time Sweeper. Now, this was pretty much like Microsoft's mascot wannabe. This is what they kind of thought was going to be their mascot. But in all honesty, when you go back and play this game, it is pretty bad. But back then, when I played it, I was just kind of blown away from the textures, just some of the things that were in this game. I was like, man, gaming has really come a really long way. So after playing that, I really wanted an Xbox. So I ended up getting one, and soon after, I think Halo came out, and man, I was hooked from that point on. Now, I know that the games on original Xbox were a lot of the time multi-platform, so you can usually either get them on GameCube or PS2. So if people had those consoles, never really, came over to the Xbox side, but there was just a few Xbox-only games that really made me want one. So I'm actually gonna go through a couple of those and really kind of tell you the reasons why I really enjoy the original Xbox. And one of those is Jet Set Radio Future. If you've never played Jet Set Radio, it was a Dreamcast game that was absolutely awesome. The cel-shaded art style in this game was, kind of new at that time, I feel like. And this game was just a lot of fun. It was back when like rollerblading was kind of big. It was kind of starting to die out, but the graffiti stuff and just running from the cops and doing all that crazy stuff, it was just like a really fun game. So that was one game that really kind of drew me to the original Xbox. Then another one was Shenmue 2, another game that was on the Dreamcast, which got a sequel on the original Xbox. So if you see a theme here, if you were a Dreamcast fan, you pretty much needed to get an Xbox, because a lot of the games that were on the Dreamcast kind of got sequels on the original Xbox, which I thought was really cool. Another one would be House of the Dead 3. This one was absolutely mind-blowing at the time. I love light gun rail shooters, and House of the Dead was one of my favorite games when it came to light guns. This one had not only House of the Dead 3, but once you beat House of the Dead 3, you could play House of the Dead 2, which was really awesome. So that was another good reason to have it. Another exclusive was Toejam and Earl 3. If you don't know much about Toejam and Earl, it pretty much started out as a Sega Genesis franchise, and the third one just happened to come to the original Xbox, which I love this game. It's so stupid, but it's so much fun, and that was another game that really drew me to it. And this game, Raises Hell. This game, you pretty much run around killing like Teletubby looking things, and it's so funny because the characters that are your enemies are just like so cute and innocent looking, but then they run up on you with a Gatling gun, and you have no choice but to try and kill them, because they're literally trying to take out your entire race of the character that you are. I don't remember what he was called, but this was a lot of fun, and that was really kind of some of the games that I really enjoyed on the original Xbox. So getting into reasons why I think that you should collect for the original Xbox in 2018, reason number one is the quality of the games that you get for the price. Sometimes I go into video game shops, and honestly, most of the games are literally $5 to $6, sometimes, 10 to 15, depending on what, kind of game it is. Like Shenmue, for example, I think that's around like $14. But there's you know, there are some quality games that are a little expensive, like if you were looking to get Steel Battalion with the controller, you're looking at around like $200 to $400 depending on the quality of that game. Also, there's like a Jurassic Park builder. That game got really expensive really quickly, and things like that. But for the most part, you can pretty much leave a video game store with about 6 games under $30, and that's pretty incredible. A store near me even does a buy 2 get 1 free deal, and I pretty much spend about $12 on a couple games. I leave with 3 games. So, you know, 6 games for $25, not bad. And the quality of the games is really, really good, actually. So, if you are looking for a console to get into that you can kind of build a large library for relatively cheap, Xbox is a really, really great option. Reason number 2, now, like I was saying before, when it comes to the games being multi-platform, even though the games are multi-platform, a lot of the games would a lot of the time have extra features that weren't, you know, available on other consoles. Like, for example, I have SSX Tricky, and I have it also on the PS2. And when you look at the PS2 version and the original Xbox version, there are just some differences, like textures will be a little bit shinier on the original Xbox version. When you're playing on the PS2, there's not snow falling when you're actually going down the mountain snowboarding. But on the original Xbox, there is snow falling, and just those small little details, you don't really notice them when you know, kind of go from next-gen consoles back to this stuff. But if you have the games on multiple platforms, you will see the differences. And back then, they were pretty apparent. Reason number 3, the original Xbox actually can output your games up to 1080i resolution, which is really, really awesome, because recently a company called Pound Technology made a HDMI cable for the original Xbox. So if you have games that are compatible up to 1080i resolution, it will make them look so good. Not only that, but having this HD link cable really makes it awesome, because you can just plug your console into an HDMI port and not have to worry about your TV being too new and not having composite or component inputs, which is really, really nice. Not only that, but it makes it really, really easy to capture game footage and do live streams. If you have maybe like an Elgato that you're using that has an HDMI port, you don't need to go get some kind of composite or component to HDMI converter. You can literally just plug it right into your Elgato and you're good to go. Reason number 4, the Xbox has internal memory, which is extremely convenient. If you're looking to get a console that pretty much has everything that you need in the box, just all you really need is the hookups to go to your TV, a controller to play, and you're ready to go. If you have some games, this console can pretty much do it all right there. You don't need to worry about memory cards or you know, faulty memory cards. A lot of the times when I go buying memory cards for other consoles, they're just so old, and if you don't get like these third-party memory cards, they're pretty much usually dead and you have to change the batteries in them, which is not a big deal. But just having a console that has internal memory ready to go, I just really feel like that is a big plus in my opinion. So there you guys have it. Those are a few reasons why I think that you should collect for the original Xbox in 2018. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you disagree with me, that's okay. You can give it a dislike. If you have your personal opinion on the original Xbox, make sure to leave that in the comments. If you collect for the original Xbox, let me know what your favorite game is on the original Xbox. If you have any friends that you think would enjoy this video, make sure to share this with them. If you enjoyed it enough to stick around on the channel and you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you on another video or live stream. If you want to check out the live streams, I don't have a schedule in place, but if you want to be notified when we go live, just make sure to hit that bell and you will get a notification when I am live. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Thank you to everybody who subscribes to this channel. Thank you to everyone who shows support. And thank you to my new patrons on Patreon. You guys are the best. I will see you guys later.